If you had the chance, what would you say to the younger version of yourself, like the 19-year-old version of yourself? What knowledge would you give that younger version of you? Anything to help the path of life from that point forward? Anything to avoid any of the traumas and the turmoils that you've been through? Anything to make your life better? See, this is your superpower. Actually, you have knowledge and info in you that a lot of people could use. And that is the niche, okay? Nobody else has the same memories. Nobody else has the same perspective and the same strategies that you used to get through all that stuff. And if you have helped yourself, then you can help somebody else. This is the basics of our coaching, okay? I used to think it was kind of cheesy, life coaching. Who's going to show me how to live my life when it looks like on the outside that person's life's not doing so well? Because I'm judging it from a different perspective. It has nothing to do with that. It really has to do with the strategies and the structure of how we do great outcomes. Really, if you can put together how you've come up with these great outcomes or avoided some tragedy or something in life, and you can help other people. You see, you are valuable and your knowledge is valuable. I mean, we are in the information age. It's pretty amazing that we can monetize our own knowledge. Everybody wants a shortcut, and life is hard. What is it, Jim Rome? Life's hard, life's hard. Nobody gets out alive. We have these ups and downs. We have all kinds of stuff that we go through in life. And some people seem to have mastered it. Some people have great outcomes on everything they do. Some people have great outcomes on some of the things they do. Some people just haven't been shown the way. So what if you have this knowledge in you and you can help show somebody else the way? How are you going to show it to them? This is a great opportunity in the 21st century with its entire coaching industry growing into helping one another. It's not fake. It's not some kind of guru knowledge out there. It's each one teach one. And people will have to have skin in the game to get change to happen. A lot of people want change to happen, want someone to make them somebody else. I do hypnotherapy and people ask me, can you make me stop smoking? Can you make me lose weight? I can't make you do anything. I can help you choose. And with the right choice, then we end up upgrading our beliefs, and our beliefs will help our behavior. And of course, we're going to get better results from that right there. So how are you going to pull together the knowledge that's in you so you can become the niche? That's how unique it is. And really, that's how we resonate with the people that we're going to help. Okay? People that have been through the stuff that you've been through. And you've already gone through it and you've already figured it out. People really want that shortcut. They want that strategy, or at least how you figured it out. And then they can use, from their perspective, whatever tools they need to use. But still, you're giving them the basis of how you got through the stuff or how you got successful in whatever field you're in. So how are you going to deliver the info so that it's absorbed and then used? So you got to deliver it in some way. So your superpower is just that. You've got the info. Now let's grow that power and deliver it so it's absorbed. And you've got to choose an avenue. There's different media out there. We're on video right now. You can write a book. You can teach a class. You can have a one-on-one sessions. You can have cohorts of people where you do group work. You decide on that. There's many platforms out there how you're going to structure that. But you really want to think about it, how you want to deliver it in an absorbable way, not in a huge buffet scattered, here's a whole bunch of info way. Just like you went through it, there are steps. Maybe you didn't think about when you were going through it. It seemed like chaos or something like that. And all of a sudden there's a great outcome. If you really think through it, there was a process that started that strategy step by step and ended in that great success or avoiding that trauma or whatever it was. So how are you going to deliver that? We want to deliver it in a way like we learn everything. You need to deliver it in a way like, we graduate high school after the 12th year of it. We didn't start out with 12th grade information at grade 1. We built on little concepts and built on that. If the person that you're dealing with doesn't have a clue on what you're talking about, we can start out with really layman terms and then build on those subjects and give them time to absorb, practice, really know it, and then you move to the next level. How are you going to do that? We need to organize that knowledge. Knowledge is power. Well, not so much if it's just scattered. Organized knowledge is true power. You go to college for 4 years and get a lot of knowledge. How many people come out of college with that degree and don't actually get a job in that degree because they don't have the organization of that knowledge yet of how to apply all that in the field? So we need to organize the stuff. We need to put it in a digestible format for whoever your demographic is. The younger version of you is where you should aim. That's where I try to aim. Either younger version of me, or I'm aiming at my peer groups that are my age, especially in my niche. I really want the younger people to get it so they don't have to go through the stuff that I went through. And I want people in my age group to get it so they can begin to really feel healthy and happy like I use these tools to be. So we need to organize that and deliver it in those terms. If we don't know how to deliver in those terms, we need to learn some rapport skills. Rapport. This is huge. This is everything I do. You need to find out how you can resonate with the person or the problem. Build rapport with it. That means match and mirror into you and the other person believes that you really like each other. See, rapport is just that. It's the process of liking people. See, people like people that are like themselves. If someone's in an angry mood and you're in a happy mood, you're not really going to be matching, right? You don't necessarily have to be angry, but you can act that way to get along with them in the moment. You can build rapport with anybody and anything. I believe this in problems in the body. If we don't go to the source, the root that's causing the other symptoms, not the symptom. We need to be good detectives and find the source and find out what the source is and what the source needs. We give need, symptoms go away. This is the same process in cancer. We know that the root of cancer is a broken stem cell that has a off switch that's just not working. And when cancer truly is gone from the body, it's because that off switch was corrected in the stem cell, and the cell actually had a expiration date and went back to its expiration date and died like it's supposed to instead of continuing to grow. So treatments in cancer do that build rapport with the stem cell and find out what it needs. It needs to fix the broken off switch. Same thing with everything. All of our beliefs and pains within us, there's a reason for it. And if you go and inspect internally what that need is, pain is a process and internal need appointment for your body to go inside and build rapport with that part of you and find out what it needs. It's amazing when that happens. Pain goes away, stress goes away. You clean that stuff up. So build rapport with yourself and build rapport with other people. If you don't know how to build rapport with other people, then you might want to take an NLP training or some other kind of training that's going to give you those skills. And many times we'll build those skills, but we haven't cleaned up our own stuff. So if we haven't cleaned our own stuff, we might be projecting and not want to build rapport with somebody because they trigger us. If we're getting triggered, that's on us. We need to go inspect that, clean that up so we can build rapport with that person and deliver this info in a way so that they can use it and get healthy or happy or avoid whatever you avoided. Okay? So rapport. And then how are we going to deliver it? Like I said, it needs to be in steps, digestible format, in a succinct way. Communication needs to be succinct so there doesn't need to be all this extra stuff around it. You can add your own flavor afterwards. If you want to give someone the recipe to build a great cake, you give them the basic recipe. All the steps, all the ingredients go in this order. And then if they want to add their own different flavor icing at the end, that's great. That doesn't mess with the internal real cake. All the ingredients in the recipe have to go in that order, and that works. And then you can add the extra stuff. But when you're delivering this information to whoever you're delivering to, it needs to be succinct and free of all that extra icing, okay? And we said before, we want to clean up our own stuff so that we know that we're not projecting. We say perception is projection. That means I perceive the world through my own lens. And if I'm in a certain mood, then I'm going to project onto the world exactly what I'm looking for. Like I mentioned earlier, if I'm angry, then I'm going to see more angry things. So it's almost like I'm looking for more anger. If you go to the internet, type in whatever you're typing to in the search engine, and you'll have a million pages come up of whatever you typed in, because you find what you're looking for, okay? If we project, then we will find that in other people. If we can keep really clean from our biases, and once we clean our own stuff up, it's really easy to do that, because then we see everybody as this perfect spirit running this body with some neurology that's got them confused right now. We're trying to help them clean that up so they can get on with their life and hopefully pursue their own big mission, which is something like this. Well, that's what coaching is. If you figured it out, it's time to help somebody else figure it out. That's the mission. Once you got all that under wraps, okay, you got your info, who you're going to deliver it to, that younger version of yourself or even your peer group now. You organize that knowledge in steps so that you get perfect outcomes every time, no matter how you teach it or who you teach it to. They can add their flavor at the end. You've got to have rapport skills and good communication to actually deliver it to all those different people, because they're going to want it delivered in sometimes different ways. And make sure that you've cleaned up your own stuff so you're not projecting your own beliefs onto somebody else's new healthy belief. Okay? Once you got all that stuff in order, then just go do it. I mean, if you need help doing that, like I said, you could take a coaching class to help you structure that. Or if you're not about trying to make it a business, then help your neighbor, help your family, help your friend. However you want to do that, you can still do the same order, same process to help other people. That's the mission. You are the niche. You have that internal knowledge, and somebody else out there needs it. So what are we waiting for? Like I said, if you need any help, there's some links down below. We got some courses, our private coaching, breakthrough coaching, or group coaching. Feel free to share the video and like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.